Let's establish right from the beginning that we have a senator named Crapo. That's already awesome. He's, of course, the senior senator from Idaho, which no one in the country realized until he got arrested. Now, if any of you can name the junior senator from Idaho, well, of course, you'll be able to name it later after you Google it, so I'm not going to offer you any money. But I know that at most 1% of you got that. It's, of course, Senator Risch. Right now, Michael Schur's at home going, I know. All right, anyway. So Crapo gets arrested for drunk driving. Now, look, this is bad. Your legal limit is .08. He gets pulled over late Sunday night in Alexandria, Virginia, and he's at .11. Now, of course, you shouldn't do drunk driving, and of course, as a senator, it's even worse because you're supposed to uphold the law, etc. But among the different offenses that politicians have had, you know, it's relatively low. There's no hookers here, which gets people a lot more excited. He didn't tweet his junk to any women. He didn't hit on any of the interns. It wasn't with a dude. You know, of course, his Republican colleague got caught in a Minnesota bathroom. Larry Craig, you all know about that with his wide stance. That'll get you escorted out of the building, okay? But Crapo will survive this. It's no big deal. So as I'm looking at this, I'm saying in the relative scale of scandals, it's not that bad, especially for a Republican. Like, there's something missing here, right? Because you can't have a Republican controversy without a healthy dose of hypocrisy, but I don't think this guy ever campaigned against alcohol. In fact, he actually pushed for lower taxes on small brewers. Okay, nobody's surprised by that. Republicans, of course, want lower taxes for everybody. But at the time, and this was just a couple of years ago in 2010, when the Associated Press asked him, hey, are you doing this because you want, cheaper beer? He said, no, I'm Mormon, and I would only celebrate by drinking root beer. Of course there had to be hypocrisy. This is a guy who's been claiming he's dry for decades. This is one of the things he runs on. Idaho is 25% Mormon. So many of the elected representatives in Idaho are Mormon. So he's like, I'll tell you one thing I am high and dry. I do not drink at all. By his own admission, Crapo that night had been pounding shots. and he was lowballing it. He's like, yeah, I might have had a couple of shots a couple of hours ago. And the officer said that his breath stank of alcohol, and that the closer you got to him, the worse it stank. I might have had a couple of root beer shots earlier in the night. Oh, is that what happened? He's like, oh, Crapo, I got caught. So, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints can't be altogether that happy with this. He failed several field sobriety tests, and the reason he was pulled over in the first place is that he ran a red light. But the one thing that he is consistent with is Idaho politicians. Get a load of the list of Idaho politicians arrested for drunk driving. Governor C.L. Butch Otter, arrested in the early 1990s when he was lieutenant governor. Democratic State Senator Edgar Malapai of Pocatello, arrested for DUI in 2009. Former State Senator John McKee, a Caldwell Republican, arrested on Father's Day 2011 after driving drunk and taking a car that did not belong to him. But I love how Mormon they are in Idaho. No, but they won't have coffee. Crapo, you could have used a cup of coffee. Okay, that's awesome, man. The Republicans never fail to disappoint on the hypocrisy meter. Always at a 10. Sometimes 11. This one goes to 11. Craig went to 11. This guy's only at a 9.